mine's real. I mean, real quick. You know, as far as annexation, I just think it's you know, becoming home rule status. You know, that's kind of the same thing of what I was wanting to talk about is just you know, I know that there's some cities that have become home rule that are not at that 5,000 population, and Barbara, you might know a little bit more about this, but my understanding was that it the way you do it is if you have the infrastructure, I guess, or not the infrastructure, but the
meters.
The meters or something like that. But that's one way that you can do it. By providing, because I mean, we know it's hard to determine how many people you have in the city limits, and
the requirement is 5,000.
Yeah, that's the requirement.
So,
But sometimes you can do the census, like Ricky said, if you take the meter times
Yeah, but
so
you're
many.
you're taking
a chance the state might question it.
There are cities that have done that and gotten away with it.
Yes.
The fact of the matter is that's the case.
Yeah.
But
But
you're
you're taking
still
it.
playing
Yeah.
that.
Not following the whole rules, just taking a part of it, right?
Because you know, it's really eventually how it's challenged. I know cities
Do you
that
think Lebanon wouldn't challenge
They
it, a
challenge
test
it.
like that? No.
Yes.
Lebanon would challenge it in a heartbeat.
I would. I'd challenge it. I don't want to be part of the city. I live out near Fossil Rim. I don't want to be part of the city.
you don't want to be part of the city, is that what you
Nope.
said? Well, that doesn't have anything to do with being home rule, though. That's-
Well, it gives them the ability to come out and annex me and make me part of the city at that point.
Fossil Rim's pretty far out there.
Oh, okay.
I like to remain that far out there.
Well, if you're not
The
really.
reason for the home rule is not to go out and get all these
Yeah.
houses. I think there's one goal in mind to become home rule, and that's strictly the power plant. I think it's the only thing the city would be looking to gain out of the home rule status.
But then you could expand it and you could say,
Well,
oh,
they
let's
could,
go down
but
to
I don't
Fossil
think
Rim.
the city wants to grow out that direction. I don't think that's their goal, becoming home rule.
I don't think they'll go at all. We wouldn't want to get that city.
No.
I understand.
Yeah, I mean, y'all still gonna get you out of there.
We'd be a
Try.
lot farther along
You know,
on becoming home rule if we had a way to entice Kirk Estates and Sunset Heights and those to come, that, where they wanted to come into the city limits.
well, and actually, if we got the nuclear power plant, you know, in the city limits, we'd be like Alaska. We'd basically, instead of you paying taxes, we'd be paying you back taxes.
You know, I was in a meeting and Jerry Lee made that comment that, you know, at some point the nuclear power plant will be in the city of Glen Rose. And he said at that point, per capita or by square miles, Glen Rose will be the richest city in the United States.
He told me the same thing, and he was actually encouraging us to proceed in this direction.
Legally.
Legally.
Legally, yeah.
Yeah, legally.
I've had the same
He knows it's
conversation.
not gonna be in his lifetime.
Well, he was taking me and showing me places and ways to go about doing things, you know, that would help assist us in reaching this goal.
I think he just wants to see you do it in a way that can't be challenged.
Well, and that's, you know, that's the only way, I mean,
That's the only way I'd be willing to do it.
yeah.
The last
In
year
a
was
way,
the city of Melissa that just filed home rule. They had opposition too.
Who did?
The city of Melissa.
Uh-huh.
And they had opposition, there was a lot of people didn't want it, I was, same reason here, I don't know if it went through yet or not, but I do know that somebody was interviewed on the TV station from the state, and the state said they don't have any resources to dispute it. They actually take the town's word for it.
It's the
And I don't know who is the official to say, yeah, you can or can't, but the state was saying on the TV interview that they didn't have no people in place to challenge it, so I don't know how that works.
But you know, I really wouldn't go there
I
unless we
wouldn't
did
be
something
legally.
get out of
Well,
the
and
5,000.
Luminant's got a huge, because I've been there in Austin with them. I mean, they've got a huge lobbying organization. I guarantee the state would find
Yeah, they
Somebody
would.
to
the
do it.
They
resources.
have too much money. Yeah.
Well, they wouldn't even do that. What they're gonna do is just go to court.
Right.
You know, it's just, they're not gonna mess with the state. They're just gonna take you straight to court, and then some judge is gonna determine whether or not you're 5,000 people or not.
Yeah.
Based on what you prove and what they prove, and they've got more resources to disprove you than you do them.
Well, the best thing to do is just always do it to the best of your ability, right, and then you don't have to worry about being questioned.
You know, there's two issues though, you know, just because you're 5,000 people, doesn't mean that the people that live in your town are gonna go along with your wanting to become a home rule city. It's not automatic. You know, if you're, once you get that birth and you 5,001, you still have to have an election. You're going to have to convince the people that live here in town that there's something to benefit them to go on home rule.